Okay, very good morning, my dear friends. Welcome to today's session. So this is the platform for free online coaching for plant sciences, CPGET 2022, GDCW Jagityal, along with RBVRR Women's College Autonomous Hyderabad, and SRR GASC Karimnagar. So this tri-college is going to conduct this national level online coaching. So my dear friends, utilize this wonderful opportunity. Today's eminent personality, keynote speaker and resource person, Dr. A.RAJANI Madam Garu, Assistant Professor, Head Department of Botany and Food and Science, Food and Nutrition, RBVRR Women's College Autonomous Hyderabad. Madam is going to explain one of the important topic in algae, that is chlorophyceae. Madam, please start your session.
Thank you, sir. Are you able to see my PPT, sir?
Yes, your screen is visible, madam. Please proceed.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good morning, students. In the last classes, I'll start with the algae. First, introduction of algae. What is the study of algae? That is the phycology. How many characters to identification of algae? First one is these are all main important of algae is called plant body thallus, non-embryo plants, and the reproductive systems also three types: vegetative, asexual, and sexual reproduction. The cell wall made up of cellulose. These are things are in the first class I'll explain. And the habitat also. In the habit, where you can identify the algae, in the way the light is available, in that light algae is growing place. And the coming to next point in the algae, habitat different freshwater algae, marine water algae, halophytes, parasitic algae, symbiotic algae. These are the habitat and different areas to grow to the when the algae, that one. And after that one, reproduction also like completed. In the reproduction, three types of reproductions are there: vegetative, asexual, and sexual reproduction. Vegetative like this bulbils, the fragmentations, these are vegetative reproductions. And asexual reproduction, different types of spores, autospores, allospores, like that spore, so different types of spores involvement in the asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction here, oogamy, isogamy, anisogamy, physiological anisogamy, these are things are all are completed in the reproduction part. The third part is called the classification of algae. The French scientists to classify the algae 11 classes: chlorophyceae, PHYCOLOGY, xanthophyceae, rhodophyceae, basilorophyceae, diatoms, myxophyceae, chlorophyceae, eublinophyceae, like this. These are chlorophyceae. These are the class to explain to the French. Each and every class, different characters, different flagella, different pigment systems also present. Different pyrenites also present are there. What type of reproduction to involve? What are the example? These are things all completed in the last classes. Now I'll explain to the each and every class, but in degree level, each class you can study the three types in the chlorophyceae, PHYCOLOGY, rhodophyceae, and myxophyceae. These four classes you can study in degree level. In the chlorophyceae, three type studies are there. What are the type study? VOLVOX one, second one is Idogonium, third one Cara. Under chlorophyceae member, you can study these three types. You can ask the question in the PG sector. You can ask that these three type studies is the in the under chlorophyceae. And the second thing is the PHYCOLOGY member only can study the ectocarpus. Rhodophyceae is the Polysiphonia. In the myxophyceae are blue-green algae, Nasta, Cannabina, Cytonema, like this. These are the type studies. Each and every type study I'll explain briefly. What character the chlorophyceae? You know, already I'll explain to the chlorophyceae characters. What is the chlorophyceae member? Green algae, chlorophyll A is present, and chlorophyll B also present. The cell wall made up of cellulose, like that. Cell wall made up of cellulose. The reproductive is the three types of vegetative, asexual, and sexual reproduction. And the life cycle is made up. Life cycle is a very simple life cycle. That is a primary life cycle is found in this one. These are characters already I'll explain in. But today to the type study name is called VOLVOX. What is the meaning of VOLVOX? This is the Latin word. This word meaning to roll. In the habitat or in the thallus organization time, I'll explain to the Cenobium, multicellular and unicellular algae is there, no? In that one, I'll explain to the cenobium. What is the cenobium? A number of fixed number of cells to present a colony. That is called the cenobium. You can observe in the Volvox many times to ask this question. Where which algae you can identify the cenobium? The most important Volvox, the characteristic of the thallus, cenobium is present. Okay, before in that one, what is the meaning of Volvox? To roll. What is the meaning? To roll. In this Volvox, the first one, classification. What is the class here? Chlorophyceae. Division, you know, kingdom Plantae, division Chlorophyta. The class is the Chlorophyceae. Order order is the Volvoxes. Family Volvoxaceae. The genus name is called Volvox. This is the classification. And coming to the next, where you can identify the Volvox, how many species are there, which are what is the habitat in this one, how to identify the Volvox. See here, in the Volvox and some algae, the structure of the colony. But in that algae and how to algae in this Volvox, to how to identify what characters are important. See, in this one, Volvox is a freshwater species. Most important, this one is the freshwater species. It is in the form of a colony or cenobium. What is the character? Colony or cenobium. These species lives in lakes, ponds, streams, ditches, and also tangent water also. What is that one? Tangent water also. The scientists to include in this one species, in this class, 20 species to identify the scientists. Mostly you can observe the all freshwater bodies like lakes, ponds, streams, ditches, and tangent water is the place. And the plant body, what is the plant body? Multicellular, colony, very important. Which algae you can identify the colonies? Or cenobium, the colony, this is a beautiful green colored phytoplankton on surface of water bodies. It occurs, this is called the green rolling ball or pinhead sized cenobium or to roll plant. This is the occurrence. Next one, in this one, here or Volvox, before here 20 species are there, no? The total plant body, like just like the multicellular colony. What is the colony shape? You can observe. This is the colony. The shape of colony, globular shape or oval in shape. What is the each and every colony? You can observe here. Many cells are present. That's why this is the defined multicellular algae. Defined number of cells to arranged in a specific manner. That is this is called the specific manner in a colony is called. This is called cenobium. Many times to ask this question, which algae to found the plant body is the cenobium. The best example, Volvox. The definition here, many cells are there, but defined number of cells to arrange in the specific manner. That is called the cenobium. Here, best example in this one, Volvox, the number of cells 1000 to 500 to 50,000 cells are present. But in the each and every species, different number of cells are present. In case you can take the 1000 numbers are there cells. Volvox tetus. See here, students, the examples are most important. Volvox tetus is found in 1000 cells. 1500 to 30,000 cells found in Volvox globator. Volvox globator, 15,000 to 30,000 cells. And 20 to 50,000 cells, Volvox rosetti, 20 to 50,000 cells. Starting cell, 1000. Which one? Volvox tetus, 1000 found in 1000 cells. Volvox globator found in 15,000 to 30,000 cells. And Volvox rosetti, 20 to 50,000 cells are present. These are the examples you can by hand it. How many cells? In case to ask the question, the species names and the number of cells. That's why these are three can by hand it. Shall I repeat this one? 1000 Volvox tetus, Volvox globator 15,000 to 30,000, Volvox rosetti 20 to 50,000. this is the cell. How many? What is the in the multicellular in the synovium structure? The variation of the cells, each and every species. Next, coming to the next, the whole colony. What is the this plant body? This one is a colony. The whole colony is surrounded by a one primer envelope. You can observe this envelope. This is the primer envelope is present. This primer envelope of mucilaginous sheath and inner side. You can observe to the inner part. In this inner part is halo space. Inner space is called the halo space is present, and center of the colony contains mucilaginous sheath also. And each and every colony, see, you can observe that in this total is a colony. In this each and every colony contain very small flagella. See this one, student, here. Thus, with each and every cell, you can the outer side cell you can observe each and every cells to contain the small flagellated cells, and remain in the middle one. You can observe the middle in the picture. Middle cells you can observe the middle cells. All middle cells non-flagellated large cells. See here the colony of the VOLVOX, two cell arrangement of two cells. Outer side cell mucilaginous sheath is envelope is present. Each and every cell to contain the two flagella, and inner side cell very large cells are there, non-flagellated cell. That non-flagellated cell name is called, that is called gonidia. Very important. Which algae gonidia cells to present in the VOLVOX? What is the meaning of gonidia? This is just reproductive cells. In the VOLVOX, the reproductive cells to converted into the gonidia cell. In the gonidia, your flagella is totally absent. That's where these cells are involved in reproduction. Each gonidia is converted by polyglucan or polyglycan mucilage envelope. Very important. Okay, gonidia cells, you know, gonidia is the in the VOLVOX non-flagellated cells that are these all cells are involved in reproduction time. But how to made up of these gonidia cells? Polyglucan or proteoglycan. Polyglucan or proteoglycan mucilase envelope is present each and every gonidia cell. This is the structure of the VOLVOX. In the VOLVOX, you can observe this picture. Each and every cell, a vegetative cell of VOLVOX, just like similar to the Chlamydomonas species. You know Chlamydomonas species? The cell, each and every year, many cells are there. But each and every cell structure similar to the Chlamydomonas species. See this one. This is the Chlamydomonas species. Each cell is unicellular and has cup shape. You can observe here. This is the cup shape. Unicellular, uninucleate as a cup shape chloroplast. Very important. This one also. In the what is the VOLVOX cell structure similar to Chlamydomonas? But what type of chloroplast is present here? The different types of chloroplast to ask the question. Cup-shaped chloroplast to present in this VOLVOX with a single pyrenid. How many pyrenids are there? Single pyrenid. Anterior side of each every cell, one eye spot also present. This is the anterior cell, and one in the middle where the arrow mark is there. That is one called eye spot, and two contrical vacuoles and two equal sides. You can observe here. Two equal size flagella. See here why I can stress equal size of flagella. In the total in the algae, different types of flagella. One flagella is a whiplash, one flagella is a tensile, one flagella is the same, two flagella is both are same. Sometimes one long flagella, one small flagella. But here in the VOLVOX, the flagella is the equal in size. That's where this is name is called acronematic type of flagella. This one also very most important. In the volvox, gonidia is important. Okay. Second one, first one is the cenobium. Volva structure cenobium. Second cell is the gonidia, and each and every species different number of cells. That one also important. And that the structure of volvox cell is similar to chlamydomonas. Cup shape chloroplast is present, single pyrenoid, and the flagella also present. But what type of flagella? Acronematic type, that is called equal size of flagella. Connected, why these flagella are in the cenobium? Here, this is the structure. Okay, coming to cenobium. In the cenobium cells, many cells are there, no? But how to connect each and every cell? The connect of cell, each and every cell with the plasmodesmata or cytoplasmic strands. What is that one, ma? That is the each and every cell to connected with the plasmodesmata, or that is the cytoplasmic strands. What is gonidia? You know, gonidia cells is the non-flagellated cell, reproductive cell. Compared to other cell, this one cell is the very large in size. In the coming to reproduction, here volvox reproduction, vegetative reproduction totally absent. Only two involvement here. Two types of reproduction. One is the asexual. The second one is the sexual reproduction. See the first one, asexual reproduction. In the starting here, the total plant body is the cenobium or colony. The colony in the asexual reproduction occurs in the favorable condition. What is the favorable? In this rainy season is a favorable condition to the these asexual reproduction. But here in this part where the posterior side cells, in the colony, you know, this is the colony, you know, in this colony where the posterior cells are there, these posterior cells of cenobium lost flagella, posterior side of cells cenobium lost flagella and form as reproductive cells. These are called, these reproductive cell name is called gonidia. What is the name? Gonidia. Okay. In the reproductive time, which time is favorable? But that is the favorable is the main is the favorable condition, where the favorable conditions there. In that time, volvox under the asexual reproduction process is to start. In the posterior side, all in the cenobium posterior side cell lost the flagella to coming to the lost the flagella to coming to the become a reproductive cell. These cells are called gonidia cells. What is the name? Gonidia. See, these gonidia in this part, these gonidia, listen carefully here, first divide many times. Gonidia divide many times and form daughter colonies or autocolonies. Very, very, very important, this one also. Where you can observe the daughter colonies or many times to ask this question. Got daughter colonies or autocolonies. In the volvox, asexual reproduction time, the gonidia divide many times to convert it into the daughter colonies or autocolonies. Both names same. Daughter oblique autocolony. Okay. How to divide? Okay, many times to divide, that one to convert it into the autocolonies. But how to divisions are there in the gonidia cells? The first division is parallel to the longitudinal axis of gonidia. What is the first? Parallel to the longitudinal axis of gonidia, but at right angle to the surface of cenobium. Subsequently, divisions are parallel to the longitudinal axis, slightly oblique. That's where the division, cell division, this is the first, second, third. Total how many cells to form? 8. This 8 cell stage to form. You can count down. Count it, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 cells. This stage, 8 celled stage is known as Plaquia stage. This one also to ask, which algae you can reproductive asexual reproduction time, Plaquia stage is visible in volvox. The 8 cell stage name is called Plakia stage. Here, the 4 cells of these. Total how many cells to found? 8 cells. First, I'll take the 4. First, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 cells which are not in contact with the base begin. Okay, these 4 cells which are not contact with the base begin. These base begin to migrate upwards, or these 4 cells to migrate upwards as to form 2 types of cells. This is the first type and this one is the second type. After here 4 cells is the attached to the outer side, upper side. Again remaining 4 inside. That's why this is you can observe the 2 types of cells, which an external small pore is present. In the way that we see this part, this external one small pore is present. That pore name is called phyllophore. Soon after the last division, the phyllophore divides and the phyllophore widens and become a lobed structure. These are the lobe fold back, whole daughter colony undergoes inversion. This is called the inversion. The equatorial region constricts. See here, this one is the 2 types how to form. This is the first gonadia, first division to form 2, 4 cell stage and 8 cell stage. This 8 cell stage name is called plakia. In the plakia, here 4 cell is the outer side and again 4 side, remaining 4 cells inside. This inside cells to inversion is there. One small pore-like structure is formed. That pore name is called phyllophore. This phyllophore to whole daughter colony undergoes to the inversion. You can observe the picture G, diagram G, inversion. The equatorial region constricts slightly during inversion and anterior polar region to synovium, the posterior side, the synovium posterior side, and then develop a flagella and form a more number of autocolonies. In mother synovium, once mother synovium the sin is broken, the autocolonies are released. Each and every autocolony to produce to the new VOLVOX plant. This is the, I think, clear about to the asexual reproduction VOLVOX. This coming to the next reproduction, sexual reproduction. You know, sexual reproduction VOLVOX is only by oogamy type. Which type? Oogamy. I'll explain to the oogamy, isogamy, anisogamy, physiological anisogamy. These are things I'll explain in the last class. But here, the sexual reproduction in VOLVOX, you can observe that one oogamy type. Many species in the VOLVOX dioecious, some are monoecious. Dioecious, best example, VOLVOX aureus, VOLVOX rosetti. Few species are monoecious. Best example, VOLVOX globator, VOLVOX capensis. And some of monoecious species, all are the protandrous. Monoecious species are protandrous. Here, sexual reproduction is controlled by hormones, generally produced by male gamete. How to control the male gamete to produce the hormones? The male and female gametes developed from the gonidia. It is very clear. There you can observe the male and female gamete to produce gonidia cell only. But here, who gametes type? No. In this one, male sex organ name is antherida is very common. But here the name is called androgonidium. The female sex organ name is called gynogonidia. Oogonia or gynogonidia. Male antheridia, androgonidia. Female oogonia or gynogonidia. Okay, here in the coming to first one, what is androgonidia? See, this one is the androgonidia or oogonia development. In the posterior part of the synovium, the big vesicle cell turn into the big vesicle cell. See here, This is the oogonial. This one is the antheridia. In this one, see the first one, which one cell to converted into the oogonia or androgonia? The big vesicle cell turn into the male gamete or male gametangium or antheridia. The cells in the antheridia divided into the 16 to 512 cells. Like asexual reproduction, these cells look like plaquia stage, and then due to inversion, a plate of spermatozoids are seen. All cells are the flagella is present. See here, girls. See here, ma. In this one, all the see here, all the spermatangia are present or anthrozoid. Each and every spermatozoid or anthrozoid to found into the flagella. Coming to the oogonia, the female reproductive organ. Female reproductive organ or oogonia, gametangia arise in the posterior of the colony. Oogonia or globule with a beak and is covered into the mucilaginous sheath. See, you can observe. This is the covered with the mucilaginous layer. Oogonia possesses a non-flagellate ovum. Here in the oogonia, male is the flagella is there, but oogonia possesses a non-flagellate ovum or oosphere with a small beak shaped structure is there. This is to help the sperm enter into the female gametangia. Very small pore-like structure is there. Why this one? The enter into the female spermat, that is the sperms to enter into the female gametangium. These sperms are attracted towards the female gamete and they penetrate the gelatinous development. After that one, the colony ultimately fuse the with egg and form to the this one oosphere. That is called oosphere. Here the oosphere color is red in color. After decay of the colony, the oosphere set in resting state. Why after this oosphere is setting in the resting stage? After how to germinate the oosphere or zygote? Here in favorable condition, meaning in the rainy season, zygote divide, create a own cell wall. It is very 3-layered form. See, 1, 2, 3 layer. Exospore, mesospore. Exospore is the outer, middle one is the mesospore, and inner side is called endospore. These were the zygote remains embedded inside the oogonia. These are the unfavorable conditions where you can observe the oogonia how to develop. This one is the unfavorable condition.